Another one I would love to lean on, Jim. Uh, Jim had a different sort of path and headed down the corporate background. So I'd love to hear your story also, Jim, how you came across SYSTEMology and what kind of got you to decide that SYSTEMology was going to be a good fit for you.
Sure. Thanks, Dave. So, I was listening to a podcast. A lot of people listen to radio when they're driving. I listen to podcasts. I'm a lifelong learner, and I'm always looking for something. I hear this crazy guy from Australia talking about systemology, and I got through that, and I don't think the screen had completely shrunk down before I had bought the book, and I'm going through the book, listening to the whole book. Studied it kind of like Rob did, the same kind of story, just drinking the Kool-Aid. And I just couldn't believe how, what a great job Dave had done of framing up this methodology. And I thought back across my entire career, the pieces of my life that I will never get back, working with these, trying to delegate systems to people and just having that parade of questions coming through, or trying to onboard somebody in the struggle that we were having. And it was just unbelievable. So I signed up to become a systemologist for two reasons. One is I really wanted to deep dive this and understand it because I knew in my day-to-day life I could apply this. And secondly, I'm getting a little bit later in my career and I'm looking for what's the post-corporate life going to be. And what systemology did for me is, it's one thing to say you're consulting, but it's another to have a clear scope. And that's one of the things that systemology offered when I looked at this is it's a very clear scope. Number one. Number two, from personal experience, I've lived and suffered from not having good systems. I've inherited teams that we didn't have good systems. I was the owner of a business and trying to hire people and onboard or cover for Sally when Sally's not in, and sitting there at her desk going, how does she get this done? And the customers on the phone being angry with me because I can't get this over to them because I don't know how to do it, because Sally knew how to do it. And even today in my day job in my corporate life, I have helped teams capture systems around Shopify and Learn Upon for training programs, from inquiry all the way through to invoice for in-person training programs. I went out on the manufacturing floor and I caught in one day, I captured 66 process steps on how to assemble a brake. I've worked with plumbing companies on their customer service processes, and then got amazing feedback. Hey, we just hired a CSR, and I was able to give them the training, the learning tracks in systemology that we built together. And I had them onboarded and effective faster than I ever have. And by the way, when they were learning all that, I was still able to do work. I mean, it was amazing to have that impact. In fact, that customer just re-engaged with us to come back and keep working with them. So, and then this community, uh, I mean, first of all, the systemology team continually exceeds my expectations. And the things that I have learned beyond the methodology of systemology around marketing, around being able to take content and leverage it in multiple ways, or how to have effective sales conversations by talking and modeling some of the things that Rob's doing. Watching and learning some of the marketing stuff that Nicola's doing. It's just an amazing community that goes way beyond the methodology. So I had positive cash flow on this entire thing, and it doesn't take long to do that. You just need a couple clients. And so it's, if this is something that you're passionate about, and if you're already having conversations with the customers, this is an easy one to have the conversation with. There isn't a team or organization or company that I haven't had this conversation with where they suffer from this. There's a bottleneck. There's a single person that's got them constrained, and they're dependent on that, and they can't grow and they're suffering for it. And it's just such an easy conversation. How do we get you from doing to delegating? And it's just been a remarkable journey. So I can't wait to burn the boat so I can do it full time.